Have you ever loved someone deeply, only for them to push you away for no reason? You give them everything you have, but it's never enough. And somehow, despite your best intentions, they seem to slip further away the more you try to pull them closer. It's a painful experience, but here's the truth. You might not be the problem at all. In fact, the reason people push away those who love them is often rooted in a hidden psychological pattern they don't even know they're playing out. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this happens, and more importantly, how to break this cycle that keeps you from experiencing the deep, fulfilling love you deserve. Let's dive in. The fear of being seen, the vulnerability paradox. We all want love, but deep down, some of us fear it, not because we don't want it, but because we fear being seen for who we truly are. The vulnerability that comes with love can feel like a threat to the defenses we've built up over years, maybe even decades. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, introduced the concept of the shadow self. He said that there are parts of us we hide, parts we refuse to accept. These are often the very parts we need to let others love in order to feel truly seen. When someone loves us completely, it forces us to confront parts of ourselves we'd rather not face. Love reveals our weaknesses, insecurities, and the places we've been hurt. And sometimes that's just too much to handle. So we subconsciously push that love away, believing it's safer to stay hidden than to risk being exposed. Section 2. Childhood wounds and attachment styles. Our ability to give and receive love isn't something we're born with. It's something we learn, and we often learn it from our parents or caregivers. If you grew up with neglect, emotional unavailability, or inconsistent love, your ability to trust love as an adult is severely impacted. People with an avoidant attachment style are often the ones who push love away. As children, they may have learned that love is unreliable, inconsistent, or overwhelming. So as adults, love feels like a threat. The subconscious thought might be, if I let them in, they will hurt me, just like I was hurt before. Instead of leaning into the comfort and warmth of love, these individuals push it away, thinking they're protecting themselves from getting hurt again. But this belief is rooted in past pain, not present reality. Section 3. The self-fulfilling prophecy of abandonment. Ironically, the fear of being abandoned is often what drives people to push love away. It's like setting up an invisible trap. Because they're terrified of being hurt, they create situations where they abandon others first, to avoid being abandoned themselves. Here's how it works. When we're afraid of something happening, we often unknowingly try to predict it, and in doing so, we make it happen. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're afraid of being hurt, so they push the person away before the pain can even arrive. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone act out of fear, pushing a person they love away, only for that fear to become their reality? It's a tragic cycle where the attempt to avoid pain actually creates it. Section 4. The sabotage tactics, how people push love away without realizing it. Let's take a deeper look at the common ways people sabotage relationships. These actions aren't always blatant, but they're subtle enough to create distance over time. Creating distance for no reason. Someone might start pulling away emotionally, or even physically, without explanation. It's like a subtle wall goes up, but they don't know why. Picking fights over small things. Sometimes people will create drama over insignificant issues, just to push the person away. They might start arguments over little things that don't really matter. Emotionally shutting down. When things get too intimate, they go cold. They close off emotionally to avoid the intimacy they're so afraid of. Chasing unavailable people. This might sound familiar. When someone pushes away those who love them, they often find themselves attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable or don't care about them the way they need. Overanalyzing flaws. They pick apart their partner's flaws or their own to justify why it can't work out. They convince themselves that the love isn't real because of these perceived imperfections. These subconscious behaviors are their way of protecting themselves, but they're only setting up the foundation for loneliness. Section 5. The role of low self-worth. Deep down, many people who push love away don't believe they deserve it. They think, if you really knew me, if you saw the real me, you wouldn't love me. This belief doesn't come from a place of logic. It comes from trauma, from being told, either directly or indirectly, that they aren't worthy of love, or from internalizing the message that love is conditional. These individuals start to believe they have to be perfect in order to receive love. And when they feel like they're not, they push others away as a form of self-protection. Low self-worth creates the illusion that love can't be real because they're not enough. The more they push love away, the deeper their belief that they don't deserve it becomes. Section 6. Breaking the cycle. How to stop pushing love away. If this sounds familiar, here's the good news. It's possible to break this cycle, but it requires awareness, self-reflection, and a willingness to heal. Recognize and become aware of self-sabotaging patterns. Start by acknowledging when you're pushing love away. Is it a fear response? A defense mechanism? Rewire subconscious beliefs about love. Our beliefs shape our reality. If you've been taught that love equals pain, it's time to shift that mindset. Therapy, journaling, and self-compassion exercises can help you begin to change these beliefs. Sit with vulnerability instead of running from it. Love isn't always comfortable, but it's where healing happens. Let yourself feel vulnerable without fearing it will destroy you. Heal inner wounds. Take the time to heal any past trauma that's affecting your ability to accept love. The more you heal, the less love will feel like a threat. Conclusion. The truth about love and fear. Here's the most important takeaway. Love isn't the enemy. Fear is. And the real question is, are you ready to face that fear? Or will you keep pushing away the very thing you want most in your life? The next time you find yourself pulling away from someone who loves you, ask yourself, am I pushing them away because I'm afraid of being hurt or because I'm afraid of being seen? Remember, you deserve to be loved just as you are. And only when you stop running from love will you begin to experience the full depth of what it has to offer. If you've found yourself caught in this cycle, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's talk about how to break this pattern together. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into personal growth and emotional healing. See you in the next video.